Welcome to this video introducing some of the new features included in Witness 27. In our most recent update for Witness 27, we've implemented practical updates to enhance the debugging experience. The debugger is now internally resizable, providing flexibility for better visibility. Additionally, we've revamped the watch expressions and local variable panes within Witness, making them customizable. Function parameters are now bold within the local variables pane to distinguish them from locally dimensioned variables. Notably, in the local variables and watch expressions panes, you can now adjust the order of variables by selecting a variable and selecting the Move Up and Move Down buttons, streamlining workflow organization. Witness also intelligently saves the variable order, ensuring consistency across debugger sessions. Furthermore, the Witness debugger has new buttons and improved functionality. The familiar Step In, Step Over, Go, Stop, Terminate, and Help buttons retain their original purpose. Meanwhile, we've introduced new features for the Step Out, Run to Cursor, and Stop and Detail buttons. In this demo model, we enter the actions on output of a machine. We use the Step In button to step into function Calculate Weekly Revenue. However, if we do not want to step through all the lines of code in this function, but rather go back to the actions on output of the machine, we can select the Step Out button, which steps out of the currently displayed action block and stops again within the action block of the machine's actions on output. While the Run to Cursor button allows us to run to the selected area within the debugger, the Stop and Detail button allows us to stop the model and enter the code to make changes as required. Within the debugger, adding new expressions to the watch is straightforward. Simply select the desired expression, right-click, and choose Add Watch. Additionally, breakpoints can now be toggled on and off by selecting specific lines of code within the grey margin of the debugger. The Witness used report links have also been updated. In this example, we will look at the used report of the rework buffer within the Acme sample model. Previously in Witness 26, when selecting the used report for the rework buffer and selecting the used report link to the Coda machine, Witness would open the detail properties of the Coda machine, and you would need to navigate from that point to the input rule of the Coda machine. The updated used report links in Witness 27 now take you directly into the input rule of the Coda machine, saving time when making updates to your model. Pipe displays now offer customization options, similar to the Paths feature in Witness. By enabling the Paths toolbar and selecting the pipe within the display window, users can easily add or delete segments of pipes. Additionally, users can change the display of pipes on the screen. To do this, select the pipe in the display window, hold down the Control button, and choose either the pipe end or midpoint. Then move the cursor to modify the pipe's display. The flow visualization for different liquids within pipes has been improved. In this demo, the green liquid 1 and blue liquid 2 are shown as they flow through the pipe. The display area of the fluid within the pipe corresponds to the volume of each liquid. Journey logs is a new functionality within Witness. Journeys can be logged for vehicles on tracks and for parts and labour on paths. To enable journey logs, open Model Options and select the Run page. The updated Run page now has options to select the enabling of journey logs for vehicles on tracks, parts and labour on paths, and parts and labour on pseudo-paths. In this demo, we will enable journey logging for the vehicles in the IoT factory demo model. Once we select the required logging, Witness will provide a default name for the log file. This name can be edited, and the log file will be saved in the same folder path as the model. We select OK and then run the model for the required length of time. Once the model is stopped and the Begin button is selected, the journey log file is saved in the model folder path. When journey logs are enabled, Witness generates a CSV file capturing row by row the journey's entry time, exit time, the vehicle name, vehicle state, the track name, any destination that is allocated to that vehicle, then the list of attributes of the vehicle, and the last column of data contains the name of the part loaded on the vehicle. Within the Witness model options, we can filter which attributes we want to log in the journey log file. To do this, select the button to the right of Attribute Filter, then select or deselect the attributes to be logged, and select the custom filter to be applied for attributes. Select OK. Then rerun the model and select Begin once the model is completed, and open the new log file to see that the attributes are no longer reported for each journey. In this demo model, we will demonstrate the journey logs for paths. The user can choose to enable journey logging only for paths, pseudo-paths, or both. In this example, we will enable journey logging for both paths and pseudo-paths. Again, Witness will provide a default name for the log file, and the log file will be saved in the same folder path as the model. We select OK, and then run the model for the required length of time. Once the model is stopped and the Begin button is selected, the journey log file is saved in the model folder path. Witness will generate a CSV file capturing row by row the journeys, entry time, exit time, the name of the part or labour, the type of path, the journey source, the path source, the path destination, the journey destination, followed by a list of attributes of the part or labour. Attribute filters can also be applied as shown for the vehicle journey logging. Distribute Graphics is a new functionality added to Witness. The Distribute Graphics buttons are located within the Align drop-down buttons. The Distribute Horizontally button moves all selected display objects horizontally between the leftmost and rightmost display objects, so that all graphics are evenly spaced horizontally. Similarly, the Distribute Graphics Vertically button moves all selected display objects vertically between the top and bottom display objects, so that all graphics are evenly spaced vertically. In this demo, we have created a machine of quantity 6. To redistribute the element displays vertically, we first set the mode lock to individual, then position the bottom machine to the required position. Then select all the machine displays, and select Distribute Vertically. Similarly, we can distribute the graphics horizontally by selecting the Distribute Horizontally button.